Hello students. Today our topic is electromotive force, terminal voltage and voltage drop. No doubt the three type of voltage: electromotive force, terminal voltage and voltage drop. Today I will discuss how we will distinguish all three voltage. That I will start from the inner story of the electric cell. You know what's inside the cell. There is one electrolyte. I just consider that is H2SO4 and two rods. One is anode, other is cathode. Here is zinc and copper. So firstly there is no cathode or no anode. Firstly this electrolyte will dissociate into ions as H plus and SO4 ions. One ion migrate towards the one rod, other ions migrate towards the other rod. As a result, H plus ion migrate towards the copper, copper will acquire positive charge, whereas SO4 ions migrate towards this, zinc will acquire the negative charge. So one will acquire positive, other will acquire negative. That's very important. Only that is the purpose of the cell. Actually what we are doing here, we are simply creating the potential difference. You know, when one rod is at positive, other is negative, when we will connect it with one appliance, what will be there? Electron will move from negative to positive and current will flow from positive to negative. That is the secret behind how to flow the current in a circuit with the help of the cell. Again come back to the positive and negative terminals, that is called the potential difference. I just give you a simple example. Suppose you brought one cell from the market, a simple voltage cell or dry cell, and on the cell that is written 1.08 volt. When you will connect that cell in one torch and connect it with the bulb of the torch, you suppose connect here one voltmeter simply to want to measure the voltage across the bulb. So when you will switch on the cell, suppose this voltmeter show the reading 1 volt. You really surprised how that has happened. Immediately I brought the new cell, and that the cell that is written 1.08 volt, but as soon as you will switch on the that is torch, that voltage shown by that voltmeter is 1 volt. That means at that time potential difference across the cell is 1 volt. So we realize we are on loss. How many volt? 0.08 volt. So in front of you there are three voltage, 1.08 volt, other is 1 volt, other is 0.08 volt. So 1.08 volt is the voltage across the terminal of the cell when cell is not in use, when you simply brought from the market. But as soon as you will take in it use, its voltage appears 1 volt. So immediately we realize our loss 0.08 volt. So this 1.08 volt is called EMF, electromotive force. Means potential difference across the terminal of cell when cell is not in use. Its symbol is epsilon, and as a unit, as you know well, potential difference in volt. This 1 volt is called terminal voltage. So that voltage when cell is in use. Potential difference across the end of the conductor terminal of the cell when cell is in use. Symbol is capital V, and as a unit is volt. This loss is considered as voltage drop. So in short, your EMF is nothing, that is a potential difference plus voltage drop. That's shown from here. 1.08 volt is equal to 1 volt plus 0.08 volt. Now I will tell you why there is the voltage drop, why we suffer the loss as soon as we will switch on the cell. Now again come back to the same diagram where we have started the story. You have seen that outside the circuit, that circuit is completed when current will flow from positive to negative like this. But inside the cell, circuit is completed through the electrolyte. You know current will flow only when circuit is completed. Outside there is wire is connected, no problem, but inside no wire is connected. So who will work the wire? That is the electrolyte. Obviously current will flow inside the cell from negative to positive through the electrolyte, and this electrolyte will offer some obstruction in the path of this current. So obviously that obstruction is called internal resistance. See here, The resistance offered by the electrolyte of flow of current is called internal resistance. Now inside the cell current is there. Inside the cell internal resistance is there. When both thing is there, then definitely there will be the voltage according to the Ohm's law. So when current flowing inside the cell, due to the presence of internal resistance, there is some voltage. That voltage is called voltage drop. I hope you easily understand why that 1.08 volt convert into 1 volt and why we will suffer 0.08 volt as a loss. So that is called voltage drop. So in short, your EMF is distributed into two parts. One is terminal voltage, second is voltage drop. Next part, how to show symbolically. Because you know in current electricity, when we will solve the numericals, we are not drawing a long or huge diagrams. Suppose I just want to draw there one cell symbol, then I will not draw there one full cell. I simply draw the symbol as you have done in earlier class. So this is the presentation of cell. On cell there is always EMF. Along the cell there is internal resistance. If you will see, the internal resistance only inside the cell due to the electrolyte. And this bulb is called external resistance. This is capital R, this is small r, and this is epsilon. And terminal voltage always across the outside of the resistor, means external resistance. In our diagram, external resistance is this bulb. So that potential difference across this bulb, that is called terminal voltage. So you should keep in your mind this diagram. It's very important using numericals also. There should be one clear cut image in your mind regarding this EMF, terminal voltage and voltage drop. Across this internal resistance, the potential difference is called voltage drop. So when that is the matter of the EMF, we will consider full circuit. When there is the matter of terminal voltage, we consider only outer circuit, means external resistance. When there is the matter of voltage drop, we will consider only internal resistance, because voltage drop always associated to the internal part of the cell. Next is factors affecting resistance. Internal resistance, not resistance. So you have seen that internal resistance only inside the cell. So first factor, distance between the electrodes. More the distance, longer the path, more obstruction. As a result, resistance will be more, means directly proportional. Surface area, increase the surface area, less collisions, less resistance, less obstruction. So as a result, less resistance, inversely proportional. Nature and concentration of electrolyte. You have seen that is electrolyte uses H2SO4 acid. So more concentrated, more resistance. Remember that. Second, depends upon the nature also. Next is temperature of electrolyte. Inversely proportional. How? When increase the temperature, concentration of the electrolyte will decrease. Means it will becomes to dilute. So as a result, temperature increase, internal resistance will decrease. So this is all about your EMF, terminal voltage, voltage drop and internal resistance. That is the basic idea. Next topic is combination of resistor. You have observed in your house, in one room, there is connected two tube lights, one fan, one 3-pin plug, one AC, like that. Different the appliances we have connected. So all appliances have its own resistance. So if we are connected 3 bulbs in one room, then we will consider 3 resistors. If we will connected 5 appliances, we will consider 5 resistors. Now in diagram, we can't draw one tube light, one AC or one fan. Instead of that, we simply symbolize it with only with symbol of resistance. So in one room, if I connected 5 appliances, I have 2 options. Either I will connect it with in series or in parallel. So firstly, I will explain what is the series. Suppose there are 3 resistors, R1, R2, R3. I just consider 3 bulb. One resistance 2 ohm, second 3 ohm, third 4 ohm. How I will connect it in series? We simply interconnected. If you will see here, this R1 and R2 two terminal. Second terminal of the first connected to the first terminal of the second, and second terminal of second connect to the first terminal of third, which is the left one. last of the last and first of the first. That is the empty one. So that is connected with one cell. So this is the series arrangement. This is only the method of the cooperation. With cooperate manner, they will interconnect and they will distribute the voltage and current. Now main important thing, when you will study any arrangement, you have to study all these three things. Ohm's law uses all these three variables. So with detailed study of VIR we will do in one arrangement. As concerned to series, firstly I will tell you how to find out the total resistance. Series we will symbolize with RS. Simply sum up all the resistance. Very simple. R1, R2, R3 and answer is 2 plus 3 plus 4. Answer is 9 ohm. Second, what is the position of I? Current will be same. Suppose in circuit current flowing 2 ampere. So across each resistor that will be 2 ampere. That is written here. Current across each resistor will be same across each resistor and it will be equal to the current across the circuit. Means in circuit 2 ampere current flow across each, there will be 2 ampere. And what about the position of the voltage? Voltage will be different and it will be distributed. See here how. So current 2 ampere, resistance 2 ohm. Answer is 4 volt, 2 into 2, 3 into 2, 6 volt, 2 into 4, 8 volt. What is the net answer? 4 plus 6 plus 4 plus 6, 10, 10 plus 8, 18 volt. So 18 volt of the cell will be distributed in all these three parts and depends wholly and solely on value of R. Less R, less voltage. More R, more voltage. So in this case, V directly proportional to R. Means voltage value totally wholly solely depends upon R. More R, more voltage. So next I will explain parallel arrangement. So try to understand parallel arrangement. If I just consider these three resistors connected in parallel. See here, again there are three resistors, R1, R2 and R3. 2 ohm, 3 ohm and 4 ohm. So how we will connect it? So that part is totally interconnected. Each and every work is going with cooperation. Here selfishness. No one consider anyone. Suppose this is R1, this is R2, this is R3. R1 terminals goes to the cell. One terminal positive, other negative. Same way R2 independently goes to positive, second terminal independently goes to negative. Same way third R3 independently goes to positive and independently goes to negative. This is 2 ohm, this is 3 ohm and this is 4 ohm. So here voltage I just consider suppose 8 volt. Okay, here I will be distributed. Voltage will be same across each. Remember that in parallel voltage same but current different. So what is the value of current? 8 upon 2 as a 4 ohm, 8 upon 3 that is 2.6 ampere, 8 upon 4 that is 2 ampere. So your 8.6 ampere current will be distributed in all these three. And one thing more, less resistance, more current, more resistance, less current. I inversely proportional to R. So what is the formula? Next thing, total resistance. Here you will use one formula, 1 upon Rp is equal to 1 upon R1 plus 1 upon R2 plus 1 upon R3. So we will substitute the value 1 upon 2 plus 1 upon 3 plus 1 upon 4. Take the LCM as 12. 6 plus 4 plus 3, 13 upon 12. But we remember this is the answer of 1 upon Rp, not the Rp. So don't forget to reverse it. 12 upon 13. So answer will be Rp is equal to 12 upon 13. So very important to reverse this. So what you have observed in parallel arrangement? In parallel arrangement, How to find out the resistance? Using formula 1 upon Rp, and don't forget to reverse this. Second, across each resistor voltage will be same. So that's why in our room we prefer the parallel arrangement, because our each and every appliance works on 220 volt and it will work only and only 220 volt. So each and every appliance should get the that is same voltage, and that is possible only in parallel arrangement. But across each current will be different. This is all about your parallel arrangement. So I hope you will easily understand all these topics, series and parallel. And third one is the combination of series and parallel. Means in 2 in series, 1 is parallel, or that is 2 is in parallel. So for parallel arrangement, at least you have to consider 2 appliances. 2 appliances should connect in parallel and 1 may be connected series. Say, suppose like this, 1 is in series, other 2 are in parallel. So that question will be asked to find out the total resistance. So you can see, suppose this is 3 ohm, this is 2 ohm, this is 2 ohm. So mark it R1, R2 and R3. Firstly find out total resistance in parallel. 1 upon 2 plus 1 upon 2, net answer 2 upon 2, that answer of 1 upon Rp. So Rp answer will come 1 ohm. Means this circuit answer is 1 ohm. If we will not connect this to parallel, we connect only 1 ohm, then this will be in series. Total resistance in circuit, that is considered in RS. So RS means R1 plus answer of this Rp. So that is 3 plus 1 as a 4 ohm. In this way you can find out the simple numericals. So this is all about this topic. Hope you easily understand. If still you have some problem, you can inquire on my WhatsApp. Thank you.